Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here at Doctors of Podiatry. There you go. This is a very young patient who has presented to our office today for the first time with a chief complaint of an enormous callus corn on the bottom of the left foot. The patient has been battling this problem for several years now with no signs of relief. We have spoken about in respect to the symptomatology, right? That the callus is a symptom of an underlying structural issue. Okay, the patient does not have the same on the right foot, only the left. We just took X-rays. When we look at the structure of the foot, the problem here is the length of the second metatarsal. Okay, but Dr. Wagner, what does that mean? That means that the first metatarsal to hit the ground when the patient ambulates, walks, is the second one. So as a result of pressure, right, this mammoth lesion has developed or continues to develop on the bottom of the left foot. Again, we have an underlying structural problem. At the core, that's the problem. And then we have the symptom, which is what we see here. So in order to reduce the discomfort today, we're just going to trim this enormous lesion. It's big. And it feels like a pebble. Or like something.
Stepping on a rock.
That's it. And again, I want to be very clear. This is not just any simple, like little corn, seeded corn. This is enormous. And one of the things that we notice historically is that underneath the lesion, sometimes you will create what we call either a fibrous tissue, scar tissue, like a little sac that the body produces for protective measures, like a little pillow. Dr. Wagner, today we're just reducing the callus, right? But how do we fix the problem? And that's one of the things that the patient and myself spoke about today. Ultimately, yes, we can exhaust all the conservative measures, which he's doing. Right here next to me, we have an aperture pad, we have an orthotic, change of shoe, those are the tchotchkes, the band-aids. I'm not in the business of band-aids, right? We're in the business of helping people. So ultimately, how we fix this is it's a minimally invasive surgical procedure that we do here under local anesthesia. Okay? And but Dr. Wagner, what does that entail? Well, the goal is very simple: to reestablish, structurally speaking, the parabola, the abnormal parabola, into the normal parabola to match the right foot. So that's essentially what we're trying to do. Are you able to play sports? Or
even walking is pretty uncomfortable now. So
just walking, right?
I've avoided sports and working out for the time being.
Yeah, and the patient was telling me that he has taken the liberty to reduce this on his own, but you said what?
I wasn't doing it professionally or correctly.
And you cut yourself by
I was prone to cutting myself. I felt like I was about to harm myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And with good reason. I'll show you guys, right here, I don't know if you guys can, right there in the middle, that's where it basically ends. After that, there's, raw skin is underneath.
Raw skin and then...
Absolutely. So, and that's what I said before about the, that little sac, that fibrous scar tissue underneath. That's what has happened here. When I go like this, it's rough, tough skin underneath. You would think that, you can take more, which is what you were saying. That's not the case. Because if we take more, you know what we see next. And it's not Hawaiian punch. Right? But this is a whopper. Yep. This is a great case to present today just because I think there's going to be some element of continuity, whatever you choose, whether it's obviously conservative measures first. And then if we do get to the point where we may be able to implement the minimally invasive procedure, And we can actually do a follow-up on that. Yeah, this is, it's a whopper. And what I'll go ahead and do at the end of this video, I'll go ahead and just also add the x-rays so I can show the world what I mean exactly, you know, show them structurally speaking what the problem is. That's going to be something positive. And I'll just get the periphery here. Right. How does that feel? A little bit better?
Yeah, I can feel the bone, but...
Oh yeah, you know, and a lot of people would say, well, is there an element of what we did, you know, discussed before, fat pad atrophy? There is none. The patient has a lot of fat, right? So this is basically the element of the length of the metatarsal. Not only the length, but like you said yourself, it's collapsed, right? The metatarsal's dropped down. I think we're good here. What I'd like to show the people is also kind of like the side view here, right? Just, you know, how robust this lesion is. And again, you know, when we talk about the second metatarsal, right? It's right under here, right here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and I don't feel the metatarsal heads here. 5, 4, 3, and then boom, boom. That's number 2 right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and put a hold on the video right now, and let's go ahead and I'll close it up and when I present the X-rays. Okay. Stand by, everyone. Okay, everyone. So here are the X-rays of the patient of relevance. I want you guys to look at the second, right? The second metatarsal. Let's look at the first metatarsal. Let's look at the second metatarsal, the third, the fourth. Now, let me show you guys the difference between the right and the symptomatic left. Ready? There it is. Again, second metatarsal. Look at the length of the second metatarsal in comparison to the first here. Let's go back to the good, right? There it is. So the left metatarsal, the second one, is longer than the one on the right. Okay? So again, that is at the core the problem. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. We will continue to do what we do, educate the world that these clinical presentations do exist, subsequent treatments as well. As always, thank you for watching.